Hi again, Mark here from Talking Bass. Today I'm going to be breaking down the main chorus riff from an 80s classic and one of the coolest bass lines of that era. It's Footloose by Kenny Loggins, and the bass line was played by the legendary Nathan East. If you want to play along with this line, the drum track and tab can be found over at Talking Bass, so just click on the link in the info below, and while you're there, remember to check out the other free bass lessons at the lesson map. Everything's organised there for ease of navigation, and then if you want even more cool free goodies, just sign up to the free Talking Bass membership to gain access to the members area, where you'll find a ton of practice resources and downloads like the scale reference manual ebook, so go check it out. Okay, so the bass riff that I'm going to cover today is the first chorus riff from Footloose. This is where the bass really starts moving, and it can be pretty tough for any of you beginners out there. The later choruses expand on this first riff, but if you've got this one down, you'll be a lot closer to learning the rest of the tune. So let's have a listen to that riff with the backing track. So the tune is roughly in A and moves between A7 and D7 throughout. It's around the 172 to 174 beats per minute mark, so it's pretty quick, and you'll notice that the original recording isn't at concert pitch. It's actually a touch sharper and closer to B flat, so when you're playing along to the original, you'll need to tune up a bit, but don't worry about learning it in B flat. You know, that'd be a real pain. Just learn it in A. Now, I'd recommend learning this riff in chunks. So the chunks that we're going to be looking at are as follows. So we've got the first part, which sounds like this. Then the next one. Then the third one. And then finally. So let's look at that first part. So we've got this little line here which is repeated throughout the whole riff. So we're working off an open A string here. So we start with the open A, play that twice, and then we've got this F sharp to the G there, 4th fret to the 5th fret on the D string. Okay, so we move back to the open A each time. Open, then we play the F sharp to the G and we hammer on there. So okay, then the next part. So the same again, but this time we're hammering on from the G to the A, 5th fret to the 7th fret on the D string. Okay, so that's the first part of that open A. Next we move to D, and we've got this cool and very popular line that sounds like this. Okay, so I'm on the open D twice, then we've got the F, 3rd fret to the F sharp at the 4th fret on the D string, and I'm hammering on there from the F to the F sharp, then up to the A, 2nd fret of the G string, play that twice, and then up to the B, 4th fret of the G string, and then back to the A. And then we repeat that exact pattern down on the A string. Okay, so A, open A there, C to C sharp, hammer on, so 3rd fret to 4th fret on the A string. Then we've got the E, 2nd fret of the D string, and then F sharp, and back to the E, so 4th fret back to the 2nd fret on the D string. So it's just a repeat of that same pattern. So all together we have. So with that line, it's really helpful to actually see it as the chord progression there. So we've got the A7 to begin with, then to the D7, and then back to the A. For the second chunk, we play pretty much exactly the same thing. Then when we move to the D, instead of moving back down to the A, we play. We've got that little line there. So I'm starting on the B there, 4th fret of the G string, and I'm doing this little cool little bluesy bend there. So I play it, bend up and back, and then down to the A at the 2nd fret. You can actually do a pre-bend where you start on the bend and then just bend it back down. Okay? So you've got either way there. You can either play it, bend it and back, or pre-bend and then down. Okay, so then we just come down F sharp, E, 4th fret to the 2nd fret D string, and then C to the B, 3rd fret to the 2nd fret on the A string. Okay, so and that brings us back to the A. Okay, so all together for that part. For the next chunk, we repeat that first part on the open A. And then for the D, we come down on the D, 5th fret of the A string, play it twice, and then we've got this descending line coming down C, B, B flat, down to the A. Now, there's plenty of ways you could play this. You know, you could come down one string, but I'm actually going to play coming down 5th fret 5th fret A string, and then we've got the 8th fret, 7th fret, 6th fret, and 5th fret on the E string, so it keeps us in position. So we've got 2 notes on each until we get to the A, and we only have one note there. So, and then we move down to the open E and have, So that part down there, open E, F sharp, 2nd fret, back to the open E, G, 3rd fret, back to the open E, and then again F sharp, 2nd fret, back to the open E. So all of that together. So all of that part. For the final part, we have the following. Okay, so I'm coming up through the same riff that we used on the D to A part, so you know that we had earlier on. So A twice, C to the C sharp hammer on, 3rd fret to 4th fret. So then the E, F sharp E, so 2nd fret to 4th fret on the D string. But then we move up to the A, 2nd fret of the G string, played twice. Then down G, F sharp, 5th fret to the 4th fret on the D string. Twice on the E there, so that's 2nd fret of the D string. And then we have the C to C sharp, 3rd fret to the 4th fret on the A string. And then finally G, D, D, A, so 3rd fret E string, 5th fret to A string, and then you can either hit the open A or the 5th fret at the E string. Either one. So that's all the parts of that riff, and I would definitely focus on nailing each one in turn. Once you've got the first one, just that bit, that's repeated in each part, apart from the last one. So, you know, you're halfway there once you've got that bit, so. And then these parts, that material is used in all the other sections, even at the end. You know, it's the same riff as that. So yes, focus on each part in turn. Once you've nailed that, you can put them all together. So like I say, start slowly. So here they all are together. So start out really slow and just play it round and round until you've got those notes under your fingers. Don't worry about playing in time or anything like that to begin with. Then, once you've got it under your fingers, you can start working on your tempo and the groove itself. Now, I'd say start out really slow, get each chunk down, put them all together, and then as you build up speed, maybe use a metronome just to measure what the actual tempo is that you're at. You know, get it down at one tempo and then just add a few beats per minute on each time. Okay, so once you can do that, then you can try with the backing track. So that's Footloose. Now, as I said, you need to start out slowly because it's really important to get over any technical problems that you might have, because the feel of the groove is going to get damaged if you don't have much fluidity in your playing. It's got to really roll off the fingers to give it that driving feel. If you're having problems from a technical standpoint, it's likely to drag a little in those problem spots, and that's going to let the groove down. So start slow and, like I say, just build up speed gradually. So, like this video if it's helped, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Also, remember to check out Talkingbass to play along with the tab and track, and check out all of the other lessons that we have over there, and I'll see you next week.